So if you want to find your back, or if you want to sit, whatever feels good. We will start on our backs with our movement. So if you want to make your way there, you can. Just wherever you're at, just finding your breath. Any movements that are going to help you to just settle into your space. The sacred space that is inside of us, but is maybe a little bit more noticeable when we're on our mats. You can open and close the eyes and maybe gently shut them. The eyelashes resting on top of each other. Maybe noticing the back on the floor, the feet on the floor. Maybe on your backs, you can bring your arms out to the side and just open and close the hands. Maybe on the in-breath, you can extend the fingers out. And then gently close the hands on the exhale. We had our equinox this week. And so we've really been focusing on balance and bringing that balance into our lives, on our emotional, mental, intellectual, and spiritual levels. And giving ourselves permission to feel how we feel, to think what we think, and then look within and find that balance. So we're going to look for balance in our physical asanas today and invite that to translate off of the mat. Let's offer a deep breath in and pause at the top of that breath. And then exhale to let the breath go, every little bit of breath exiting the body. Then another deep breath in to fill every little bit of the lungs, maybe feeling the stomach rise, maybe the chest puffs, and pause at the top. And exhale, maybe sigh it out. Do that again. Exhale, sigh. And on our next inhale, we'll begin with a single Om. You can say it out loud or you can say it to yourselves, reminding us of that connection to the greater whole and our connection to one another. So we'll exhale and inhale and exhale. So if you're not on your backs, find your way to your backs. If you're on your backs already, then bring your feet to the floor, maybe hip distance apart. You can bring them a little wider if you want. Maybe the arms are out to the side. They can be in a T. And we'll just do some bridge flows. And imagine before we start, noticing every point of contact on the ground. And then we'll inhale to lift the hips to the sky and feel that connection to the heavens. And then exhale to lower down to the earth. So moving with the breath, inhale, lifting the hips. Exhale, sigh as we lower. Inhale, lift the hips, maybe lifting the arms up above the head. They extend behind us. We can pause with that breath at the top. Exhale, floating the hands and the hips down to the ground. Moving at your own pace. Maybe you want to move a little quicker if your week was a little slower. Maybe you want to move really slow if it was a busy, agitated week or morning. Again, finding that balance physically to let that float into our lives, every little layer. Let's do 2 more lifts and lowers wherever you're at. Nice job, guys. When you get to that bottom second, lowering down, hug the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side. A little apanasana. Inhaling and exhaling. And then on an inhale, let's extend our legs up to the sky. Maybe feeling some lightness in the legs and the feet. And just letting that float down to the hips and feeling those hips anchoring us to the ground, to the earth, and then our shoulders, the backs of our shoulders on the ground. Let's point the toes to the sky, inhale. Exhale, point the toes to the face, flexing, opening the backs of the legs. Inhale to the sky. Nice job, guys. Exhale, point to the face. And inhale. And exhale. Feeling a deeper connection with the breath and the movement, just some gentle movements with the feet and the breath. And now keep that left leg to the sky. And let's gently keep the right side of the body to the ground and lower that right leg down as if you're moving through peanut butter. If you have that peanut allergy, just moving through water, lowering the leg down to the ground. And feeling that energy up in the sky and grounded in the earth. And then we'll inhale, bring that right leg to the sky again, and then lower that left foot with control down to the ground. Be noticing the back grounded and the active front of the body. Lowering that leg. And now bend that left leg so the foot's on the ground, and then lower that right foot to the ground. Let's do our bridge flow one more time. So ground the feet, ground the shoulder blades. Inhale, drive those glutes up, the hips lift to the sky. And exhale, lower. And inhale, lifting to the sky. Let's pause here. Maybe you want to shimmy those shoulders under the chest, lifting the heart, the chest puffs up. Maybe send that right leg to the sky, the left foot grounds. Point and flex the foot as you reach for the heavens with the toes. And then we'll exhale, lower that right foot to the ground. When you're ready, on an inhale, drive the knee up and then the leg extends. Point and flex the feet if you want, or just keep that static leg, whatever feels most grounding to you. And now exhale, lower that left leg. Let's keep our hips lifted. Breathe in. Now exhale, draw that right knee into the chest. Now rotate that knee out and bring the right ankle to the top of that left thigh. Press the hips up. So it's kind of like a bridge figure 4. And if that leg doesn't go all the way, then just extend it and kind of drop that knee to the side. It can be up in the air. And let's lower the right leg. If you want to lower down all the way, go all the way and hug the knees into the chest. Otherwise, stay in your bridge, but allow yourself to ground through the feet. Now exhale, lower the feet to the ground. Feet are wide, shoulders shimmy. Lift the hips up with an inhale. And then draw that left foot to the sky, point and flex. And then bend that knee so you can keep that left foot extended high above the leg, or you can rest it on the leg, but drive those hips up. This is a big external rotation on the hips. So let's be honest with ourselves what our limits would be. And then we'll lower, bending that knee to the middle. Lower whenever you're ready. If you didn't quite get it that first time, give it another go. We'll hug our knees into the chest. Grounding our backs, grounding the lower hips. Now everybody's favorite, when you're ready, you can rock and roll up to Navasana. If you want to roll over and find boat pose, or you can just kind of rock, tapping the heels. You can rock as many times as you want. We're going to end up in our boat pose. All of these boats in the harbor. And then when you get there, Find your variation of boat and float that boat. Maybe bringing hands to the heart and noticing the beating of your own heart in your chest. Breathe in. Let's extend our legs long, pointing those toes to the face again. Draw the belly button to spine. The sits bones maybe ground. And draw the knees in. Maybe reach the palms and the fingers forward in the same direction as the toes. Then exhale, extend the legs, draw the hands into the heart. Lowering the back as low as you want, as high as you want. And let's exhale, bring our heels to the ground. Hands to the ground. We'll meet in tabletop. So let's roll it over. And any movements that you need along the way. So maybe you want to find your down facing dog, lifting those hips to the sky. Maybe you want to find your puppy pose. Or maybe you want to come home into child's pose for a couple breaths. So whatever you need, just find it and offer that to yourself. And we'll meet in tabletop in just a few breaths. Remembering that intention of finding balance today. And letting that carry over and translate off of the mat, into our day, into our week. So one more breath wherever you're at. And on your exhale, let's find our tabletop with our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. And then from here, let's send that right hip out to the side, that right side of the mat, and look over the right shoulder towards that hip, and then swing that hip over to the left, glance over the left shoulder to the hip. And then just go ahead and do this on your own pace, but move with your breath, guys. Just inhaling and exhaling. Exhaling to drop to the side, inhale to come through center. Nice, now bringing everything back to the middle, find some stillness, and let's curl our toes under, send the hips up and back. And draw the chest towards the tops of the thighs. The heels maybe find the ground, or maybe they lift. Hands press into the floor. You can bring our feet really wide, open the backs, the legs a little bit. You can bend the knees down or lift the legs up. Whatever feels right, but let's be here for 5 breaths. Maybe closing our eyes. And just thinking of a time in our lives when we felt balanced. We felt that all parts of ourselves were operating in tandem. And just bring that into our practice. And find that today. One more round of breath, in and out. And on an inhale, let's step our right foot forward between the hands. Find the earth beneath the toes. And then step the left foot up. Let's hang in our uttanasana, maybe grab the opposite elbows. We can sway side to side. Let the head be heavy. Really ground through the feet. The elbows are reaching towards the ground and the head reaching towards the forearms. And now bend the knees. Bring our arms out to the side, rise all the way up. Hands meet above the head and bring the hands to the heart. Maybe close the eyes and press the thumb knuckles into the sternum. Feel the beating of your heart in your chest. And feel what's behind that heartbeat, that prana in the body, and that breath in the body. And we'll inhale, bring the hands above the head, send the hips forward, slight back bend, pranayama, and then exhale, fold it forward, uttanasana. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out the breath. And then we'll inhale, step that left foot back, lower that left knee down. You can stay and compress that side body. We can inhale, lift the arms up. So find that balance. So if you feel like you really need to ground, keep those fingertips down. If you feel like you need to kind of get up and add them today, bring the arms to the sky. Then we'll exhale, bring the hands and frame the foot, curl the left toes under, step it back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Now let's lower down our knees, our chest, and our chin. So those sits bones are high in the sky, the elbows are bent. Ashtangasana, our 8-point pose. And inhale, lift the heart. Maybe hover the hands if you want, or you can press into the ground with the hands. But pause here that heart, the gateway to the soul, shining forward. Pressing hands down, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice job, guys. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. And we'll inhale, step that left foot forward, lower the right knee down. Here's our Anjaneyasana. You can lower the hands, or if you want to rise up and lift to the sky, let that pelvis kind of sink so we can open up those hip flexors. So find what works for you. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands up, bring the foot, step the right foot forward, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, inhale, rise up, hands meet above the head. Exhale, back, Pranamasana. And then back to Namaskarasana. Nice job, guys. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. Good. Inhale, bring the hands above the head, Pranamasana. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Anjaneyasana. Compress that side body, really folding and hovering over the thigh, or lifting up to the ethers. Nice job, guys. Really good. Breathe in. And then exhale, framing the foot, curling the toes under Adho Mukha Svanasana. Finding your downward facing dog. Finding some meaning in this pose today. What does it mean to come into this pose so often in our practice? Is it a reset? Is it a rest? What can this be for us? Let's breathe in. And then exhale, lower down the knees, the chest, and the chin. Ashtangasana, elbows reach towards the sky, heart hovers on the ground. Then inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the chest, coming to full Bhujangasana if you want. Or you can lower down for baby cobra and cover the hands. Nice job, breathe in. Exhale, pressing down and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, nice job. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lower that left knee down, Anjaneyasana. Last time, breathe in. Exhale, step that foot forward, Uttanasana. Nice. Bending the knees, raising all the way up. Find your slight back bend, Pranamasana. And then exhale, Namaskarasana. Finding the earth beneath the feet, reaching through the crown of the head, extending up to the sky. Inhale. And we'll exhale. Let's release the hands down if they were at the heart. And then bring the arms out like a T, breathing in and out to the fingers. Yeah, yeah. Now let's ground into that right foot. Step that left foot back. So we come into our Ashtachandrasana. Keep our arms out to the side and lower the fingers down to the ground. Yep, breathe in. And then we'll exhale, pressing in and forward into that right foot. Let's lift up and we fly a little bit. Hands can be at the heart, feeling into the beating of the heart. They can be out like wings. If we need some levity in our space, we can extend the arms out. We want to ground a little bit, draw our energy into center. Be here a couple breaths. Now exhale, fold it forward, bring the hands down, coming into our half splits. Reach up to the sky with that left foot. That right glute is active. The right foot grounds. Just breathe in. Now exhale, bring the left knee behind that right knee. Maybe touch, and then send it up to the sky again. Reaching up, finding balance. Now bend that left knee behind the right knee. And extend it back up for our standing splits. Deep breath in. Now exhale, step that foot back, finding our Ashtachandrasana. Let's lift up our hands to the sky. Nice job, guys. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the arms out like a T, and then let's twist over towards that bent leg. So over to the right. Nice. Really extend, fingertips back, forward. Notice our energy going forward, back, down, without the crown of the head. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring that right hand to that left hamstring. Reach up to the sky with the left arm. You can glance up with the left thumb. Maybe bring your hand to your heart. You can ground into our heart. Or reach up for a little bit of energy from the sun. Now let's exhale, bring the hands out like a T again, a nice little twist. Good job, guys. Back to center. Hands go out to the side. And now bring the hands down and then back. Interlace the fingertips. Bring the arms back behind us. And then we'll exhale, fold it forward. a variation of humble warrior. That doesn't feel so hot on the arms or on the shoulders, bring the hands to the hips. Let's bow our hearts. And coming back to that sound of Om that connects us to each other and to the universe, that primordial sound that exists and vibrates within us, whether we're saying it or not. Deep breath in. Exhale, frame the foot. Let's step our left foot forward. Maybe sit back in our chair, Utkatasana, hands at the heart. They can be out to the side. Finding whatever variation of chair that suits you, but tuck that pelvis so the lower sacrum is down, the belly button's up. I know you guys feel the burn, so let's be with the burn. Breathe in. Let's rise all the way up, sending the energy out through the fingertips. And as we bring our hands to the side, let's let that energy flow outward, as if it were rays of sun. And then bring the hands to the side. Deep breath in. Exhale, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Or bring your feet wide, or they can be close together, but let's find that reset in our Tadasana. Just like our downward facing dog can be a reset, let's find it here. Bringing our energy down. Maybe feeling energy out the front of the heart, out the back of the heart, out the crown of the head. Feel the breath in the body. And exhale. You can close the eyes, you can open them, but bring the hands to the sky. Maybe finding a slight back bend at the top if that feels right for you. And then we'll exhale forward, Uttanasana. Now ground into that left foot. Find the earth beneath the foot. Now step the right foot back. Here we are, Ashtachandrasana. Let's inhale to rise. Feeling that ball of the right foot really grounding. Nice job, guys. Yep, and that front knee can bend a lot or a little. So find what works for you with that front foot. Inhale. And we can exhale, bring the hands out to the side, or they can stay down, pointing to the earth. So find what really helps you find that balance in your energy. You close the eyes and breathe in and out. And then let's exhale, shifting the weight forward. Let's fly for a little bit first. That right back leg can be high or can be down like a kickstand. And know that this side might be different than the other side. So there's that balance and permission within our physical body, knowing that we have our own experience from moment to moment, not expecting anything to be the same. Now when you're ready, bring those hands to the floor and lift that right foot to the sky. And then we'll exhale, bring that right knee behind the left knee. You can bend the knee a little bit and then power up to the sky. Exhale, bend and tap that right knee behind the left. And then rise. Deep breath in. One more breath. With control, let's exhale down, that right foot coming behind us. You can roll the shoulders up, back, and down, stacking the vertebrae one on top of another. Nice, guys. Inhale up with the arms and out like a T. Extend through the hips to the spine, to the crown of the head, and then exhale over towards that bent leg again. When you get into that twist, extend out through the fingertips, down through the feet, out the crown of the head. Maybe bring some awareness to the heart. Breathe in. Then we'll exhale, bring that left hand maybe to that right hamstring, the right arm goes up. Finding some balance here. If there is such a thing in this position, breathe in. And then exhale, bring the arms out like a T again. And then back to center, extending out like wings and bring them behind the back. But always just bring the hands to the hips. And then when you're ready, let's bow that heart. And with humility and honor to be exactly where we are right now, finding our humble warrior. Namabaraha Savira Vadrasana. Find some effortlessness and some ease here. So if that means that you lift up out of it a little bit or you lower that knee, give yourself permission to find that ease. You don't always have to work so hard, you guys. Let's breathe in. One more breath. This time we'll bring our hands to frame the foot, step the foot back, find Adho Mukha. One breath, breathe in. Then exhale, bring the knees mat distance apart, bring the hips down to the heels. Let's melt our heart and our forehead into the floor. For our Balasana, child's pose. In and out with the breath. Maybe scanning the body from the soles of the feet to the palms of the hand. Feeling ourselves almost absorbed into the earth. Maybe inhaling the sound of Om. Reminding us of that innermost part of ourselves that's connected to each one of us at all times. And let's inhale, extend our arms up in front of us if they aren't there already, and we'll inhale to roll up into tabletop. And then back to Adho Mukha. And then from there, let's step it forward into our Uttanasana. Let the hands hang. Let's bring our feet really, really wide apart. Maybe point the toes towards the corner of the mat. And then we'll exhale to send our hips down. Finding Malasana. If that doesn't feel quite right on the knees today, then just come up into like a sumo squat. We're trying to get that rotation on our hips. So just bring the knees wide and bring the gaze, that energy in. So maybe we close our eyes. And we exhale. Maybe feeling that sound of Om within our heart space. Now an option here, if you want to come into your Bakasana, then lower those hands to the ground, shifting the weight into the balls of the feet. And then the heart hovers over the earth, maybe the big toes come together. And we'll spend a couple mindful breaths here in our crow. Again, finding that ease and that balance. Breathing in and out. And then when you're ready, let's find our Malasana again, moving in with control, rocking back into the soles of our feet. And then here we go, bring our hands to our hearts. Check in, feel the breath in the body. And then exhale, let's bring our hands behind us, walking right into our reverse tabletop. So lift those hips to the sky. Feet plant, hands down on the ground. Yeah, we got it, guys. We'll make our way there. Maybe drop the head back, and then nod the head, the chin to the chest. And back, drop that head. And now lower down the hips, only so we can extend those legs out, finding our reverse plank pose. If that doesn't quite feel right on the wrist, then lower down, find your forearms, and then we'll just lift those hips to the sky. Nice job, guys. Breathe in. Now, right here, let's lower down right into our boat pose. So draw the knees in, the arms and the palms go out. And then you can extend those legs out, or they can come in, or you can do both. And just as we have mini boats in the harbor, we have lots of variations of our Navasana, yeah? Maybe close the eyes. Press those thumb knuckles into the heart. If you're shaking, it's okay. I know some of you are. Just breathe in. And now exhale, lower those heels down. Bring the hands down. Press up into reverse tabletop or reverse plank. Find what works for you. Find what feels right for you. Maybe it feels better to just lie down in Shavasana. Breathe in. And out. Feel the heart lifting to the sky in our reverse plank. A couple more breaths, guys. And now exhale, lower down. Coming on to those sits bones. Move those buttermilk biscuits out of the way. Really grounding down. And then inhale up to the sky with the arms. Point the feet towards the face. Let's exhale, fold it forward. Reaching for the toes. The heart reaches for the knees and the toes. Extending the arms out. Yeah. Paschimottanasana. And inhale, let's come back up Arms to the sky. Yeah, exhale, bring the hands to the side. Press those hands into the earth or let them hover. Bring the feet towards the face. Dandasana. Nice staff pose. Maybe the heels lift off the floor, really active tops of the legs. Yeah, hold the shoulders up and back. Good, you can shrug the shoulders if you want. Nice, breathe in. Exhale, relax the legs. Inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. Nice, guys, and exhale, fold it forward, Paschimottanasana. Here's the balance, backs of the legs, the tops of the legs. We give and we receive, we find that balance. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the side. They can hover, or if their arms are long enough, press into the floor, flex those feet towards the face. Dandasana. Breathe in. Now exhale, lower down the heels, the legs, release the hands. Let's flow over right into our plank pose. So we do a reverse plank here is our plank pose, Pahalakasana. The hips lift, the heels reach for the back wall, the crown of the head reaching forward. Breathe in. Nice job, guys. Let's exhale, lower down. So here's our Chaturanga Dandasana. So we did our Dandasana. Now we're doing our 4-point staff pose. Let's inhale, bring up, chest up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Good job, guys. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we're gonna find some balance with our reverse asanas, our upward and our downward. Let's inhale, roll up to plank pose, and then drop the hips immediately for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale up to Palakasana. Drop the hips, lift the heart, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. So let's do that on your own breath, moving from downward facing dog to upward facing dog, knowing that your child's pose is always there, or that you can rest and hang out in upward facing dog. Good, guys, or downward facing dog. So what's gonna bring you balance? Let's be honest, we don't need to put on a mask or put on a show. We can just be real and find what we need more of or less of in our lives. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Maybe you want to move through one more time. We'll meet in our Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then from our Adho Mukha Svanasana, let's lower down the knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, sit the heels back, and then reach the arms forward, palms to the sky, finding child's pose, Balasana. And sigh, letting some of the heat that we're building up in the body out through the mouth. And our palms up to receive. We want to ground a little bit, roll those palms to the earth. And exhale. Maybe reconnecting or connecting with the sound of Om. You're welcome to stay here for a couple more breaths. We'd like to roll up to your downward facing dog or your upward facing dog. So you can decide upward facing dog or downward facing dog. We'll be there for 2 breaths, wherever you want to be, whatever is going to bring you that balance and that connection to yourself. Now from wherever you are, step a foot forward and then pivot so both feet face the long edge of the mat. So whether that means forward or back, let's bring our feet nice and wide and then bend our knees to rise up with our feet wide, feet facing the long edge, arms can come up to the sky. Or you guessed it, bring the hands to the heart if you want to ground just a little bit. If you're feeling a little dull today, you can bring them out to the side. Breathe in. And then exhale, let's tilt that pelvis so those sits bones go out. Buttermilk biscuits point back, chest is forward, and then we'll hinge at the waist. You bring the hands down to the earth. You can have your blocks handy if you want to bring your left hand to a block. Find a block and bring the hand there. And then we'll inhale to reach that right arm to sky. Breathing in and out. And our Prasarita Padottanasana in a nice twist. Maybe the back is straight from the sacrum out the crown of the head. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that right hand down to the block, bending the knees if you need to. On an exhale, extend the left hand up to the sky. Try to keep those hips in the middle. Sometimes it's really easy to lean to one side. Try to keep them in the middle as we offer this twist. Finding balance on the left and right side of the body. And now exhale, bring the hands back to the middle. Now walk the hands back. So maybe the fingertips face the opposite side of the mat. So the toes face one way and the fingers face the other way. Maybe the crown of the head comes parallel with the ground. Let's breathe in. Shifting the weight into the fronts of the feet. So the balls of the feet have some weight, but the hands have a little bit of grounding potential for us. So balancing the front and the back of the body. And exhale, drag those fingers, the hands to the front. They can face the same direction as the toes now. Let's exhale over to the right side, our Skandasana, for our side lunge. You keep those hands down, or if you want to bring them to your chest and your heart, you can. Breathe in. Nice job, guys. Exhale over to the left side, bending that left knee a lot or just a little. Good, breathe in. And then your own pace, let's move back and forth. If you had a little, again, like we said earlier, if it's been a busy week, maybe go slow. If it's been a slow week, maybe move a little quicker. It's that balance. And only you know where you've been and what it's been like, so it's going to be different for you than it is for me and the person beside you. You close the eyes. And visualize yourself moving through. Be the witness. Let's go one more time to each side. And after you get to that second side, bring the hips to the middle and we'll rise with our legs straight. And let's bring our arms to the sky together. And reach the arms out to the side. And imagine we were in a class and you accidentally bump into that person beside you. Maybe just close the eyes and acknowledge the presence of the person beside you on the screen. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Now pivot the feet to the front of your mat and we'll step it forward. Feet meet at the top. Let's bring our feet about mat distance apart again. And then we'll just do our kidney slaps. We kind of move that little hula hoop a little bit. Getting a little movement in the spine, maybe the shoulders, give a movement. And then we'll exhale, step the feet together. Inhale to reach up to the heavens. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. And then inhale, step it back. Let's find our plank pose. So feel that heart beaming down into the ground. Nice, guys. Now exhale over to the left side, coming onto the side of that left foot, the left hand grounds. The right arm can come to the heart or can come up to the sky. Now last week we did a lot of variations for our side plank, our Vashisthasana. So find any variation that you want. If you bring that knee into the chest, find the foot, and you can reach it back. Or you can bring that foot up to the sky if you want. Play around with it. Let yourself fall. And we'll find plank pose again. Palakasana. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then we'll roll it forward, Palakasana. When you're ready, come into your side plank. You can always come onto the floor if you want. So find your variation of side plank. You can kickstand in the front if you need to. Let this side be its own experience. Bring that bottom leg out. You can pulse it up and down. Now let's exhale back to plank pose, Palakasana. Bring the knees wide, sit back, Balasana. Exhale. Palms up to draw in some energy, palms down to ground. You feel your breath in your body. The most intimate part of us is that breath that flows through our entire being. The air that I breathe is the same that you breathe. The air that you breathe is the same that everyone else breathes. So with this breath, you're in that connection to the greater whole. That connection to every living being. That brings us back to the sound of Om. Exhale, sigh. And then we'll inhale, come forward into our tabletop, and then we'll come right down to a seat. So find those sits bones on the earth. You can bring your feet out nice and wide. You want to bring your feet wide. You can be a little bit closer if that feels better. So we did our standing wide-legged fold. We're going to do our seated wide-legged fold. Upavishta Parsvottanasana. So feet can be wide. Maybe bring the toes towards the face like we did before. Shoulders up, back, and down. And then point the feet. Feel the calves maybe lift. Tops of the legs are active. And then flex the feet towards the face. We'll just do that a couple times. Letting the breath really secure us into this asana. And the next time the feet flex towards the face, pause there with the feet flexed. Ground the sits bones. Find a nice long spine, that uncooked piece of spaghetti that we talk about. Your spine is that uncooked piece of spaghetti right now. So inhale to lift the arms above the head. Nice, let's exhale, twist towards that right foot. And then keep that spaghetti nice and uncooked. As we reach the heart towards the knee, the hands in the direction of the foot. And then cook that spaghetti and round the spine if you want. Hands come to the ground, the forehead towards that knee, and just let the head hang, offering a little traction for that spine. When we were standing, our feet were keeping us grounded. Now the entire back of the leg and the sits bones are grounding us. Inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the hands, floating up, back, and then bring the heart over the spine, and then we'll exhale over to the other side. Finding a little bit of ease here, just winding down the body and the heart rate. Inhale, let's lift the arms, shoulders, hands towards the sky. Exhale, good guys, shoulders over the hips. Bring the hands down with control towards the floor. I saw you guys come back. I was like, oh, that was with control. Find the ground. And now bring the left foot in and the right leg can stay long. So that knee is out to the side and the right leg is out long. Yep. And we'll bring our arms to the sky again. Yeah, and then we'll exhale over to the right, but bring the hands down and just press those hands into the ground, maybe round that spine. The heart doesn't have to go to the side. It's kind of a lateral flexion on the back, where we're pressing into the ground for a little resistance on the low back. And then exhale, bring the hands through center over towards the right side, or the left side, The hands are on the left side, opening up the right side body. And then back to middle, but let's keep the hands on the ground and reach the hands towards the same direction as the foot as we fold forward, towards the middle. Elbows maybe towards the knees. Breathe in. And then exhale. Bring the shoulders back over the hips. Bring that knee in and send it out. Bring the right knee in and send the right knee out. Finding that position of the foot that feels just right on that inner leg. Left leg is out. Bring the arms up. Yeah, exhale over to the left and bring the hands to the ground. And just press those hands down. Surrendering over here on the side. We'll inhale to lift the arms, bring them up and kind of back to the middle. And then exhale over to the other side. And keep that left sits bone grounded if you want. If it feels good to lift it up off the ground, maybe open the right side of the back more as you press the right hand down, you can. So just feel what feels right. If that left sits bone needs to ground, or if it's okay if it lifts. And then exhale, walk the hands to the middle. And then surrender over that extended leg. And sigh. And then bring the shoulders over the hips to be stacking the vertebrae one little piece at a time. Bring the knee back up to the sky. Send the legs out. Let's thunder thigh it out. If you bend your knees and you can foot slap it out. And let's find our boat pose again, guys. So rocking back, lifting the heart forward, arms out, exhale back. It's getting warm, I know. And send the legs out, heart lifts. And then bring the knees in, reach the arms forward. You can bring your hands to your heart if you want. Let's twist over to the left. Yeah, then over to the right. You want to extend the arms out and move the hands side to side. Yeah, now row your boat. Whatever pace you want to row. Maybe you're just anchored in and you can just rest the heels with the hands on the shins and you just pause in stillness. You want to row or if you want to sit at the dock. Couple more breaths. And then extend the legs out, arms come up. And then exhale down into our Paschimottanasana, going all the way forward. Hands reach toward the foot, chest towards the tops of the thighs, bending the knees a lot or a little. And then we'll exhale, rolling over to the side and making our way down to our backs. Shavasana. Hugging the knees in if you want. Rocking side to side. You want to find a happy baby. You can bring those peace fingers to the big toes or the outside of the foot. Maybe lengthening the exhale to find a little bit of a slower heart rate. When you're ready, you can extend both legs long. If there's anything that we didn't get to today that you feel would just be that cherry on top of your practice that you want to offer to your soul, to your mind, to your emotions or your physical body, and offer that to it now. And exhale. Scanning the right leg, relaxing the right foot and the right calf, the entire right leg. Relaxing the left foot and the left calf, the entire left leg. is without any effort. It's just existing. Feel your connection to the heart that's beating inside of your chest. As you exhale, feel that heartbeat expanding to your entire chest, your entire body, and feel the chest and torso relax with the heartbeat. Backs of the shoulders ground. Backs of the arms and the hands soften. And allow the tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. Let that lower jaw relax through the lips part. Relax the cheeks. Relax the soft spot behind the earlobes. As both sides of the neck relax. And allow yourself to fade into effortlessness as we balance and rest after our physical practice. And remind yourself that there's nowhere to go right now, and there's nothing to do. Except surrender right here into effortlessness. If your mind starts to wander, maybe just imagine the sound of Om in each of the palms of your hands. And just feel that vibration of Om up your arms, converging at your chest. And on the exhale, that innermost part of us, that Om, just dissipates in the entire body, inviting us into effortlessness. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the breath, or to that sound of Om in the palms of the hands. And there's no judgment if you come across a thought or if a thought enters in. Just gently bring your attention back to the sound of Om, back to your innermost being. Now your next breath, if it feels right to you, bring one of your hands or both of your hands to cover your heart space. Connect to your own heart. And on your out breath, imagine connecting that heartbeat to the heartbeat of the person beside you or the person beside you on the screen. And that connection to the greater whole and balancing ourself with the self of others. And feeling that true connection that we are all one. You'd like to come up to a seated position and roll over to one side and then find a seat, and you're also welcome to just stay in your shavasana. This is about balance. So if you feel like you would find balance in a seat or on your back, then find that space for you. And we'll bring our awareness to our breath, our natural breath, not trying to change it. Now with the support of our Nadi Shodhana pranayama, let's bring our left hand into our chin mudra with our thumb and index finger together. And if you're on your back, then we'll just visualize the inhale and exhale through the alternate nostrils. Now bring that hand mudra to the thigh. The right hand is in our Vishnu mudra, so the ring finger and the thumb come to the nose pads. And this is where we inhale through one nostril, exhale the other. Inhale and exhale, our alternate nostril breathing. So I'll guide us through. We'll start with an exhale. And close the left nostril, breathe in on the right side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close the right, exhale the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close left, exhale right for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right, last time. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. And let the right hand come down into your lap. Connect with your natural breath. We'll exhale and inhale. Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti. Thanks, everybody. Om Shanti.